And welcome back to Fresh Outlook, everybody. I'm TWB. With our fair share of serious and controversial topics on the show so far, we thought now would be a great time to talk about some positive holiday stories. After all, now's the time of year when communities really come together. Take a look.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Today we're going out to Rockaway, and we have scheduled 18 families in about 10 different locations who were devastated from the storm. They lost their homes. They pretty much lost everything they owned. The goal was to match up each child with a toy that they liked or asked Santa for Christmas. We basically tried to pair them up with toys I had in stock. I had people sending in donations from Florida, from Michigan. I just got a $50 donation this morning from a history professor of mine in Guatemala.
I don't know if he's bringing some more.
Thank you.
You're very
Appreciate it. I know when I was younger, you know, my toys were very important to me, and I'm sure that when they lost their toys in the storm, it was devastating, amongst other things. Doll. You love it? You're gonna be a good girl this year?
Say thank you, Santa.
Can I have a photo with you?
It means everything. I mean, this year, as you can see from the outside of the house and the inside of the house, it's been a disaster. So we haven't had time to take her. She just turned a year in October, and we haven't had time to take her to go see Santa Claus or to do anything that we would want to do for her first Christmas that actually matters.
Oh, look at her face. You like it? Can I have a picture with you?
And when I saw him on Facebook, you know, I was shocked to see that someone was doing this, and I was like, wait, could this be possible? And he contacted me and he told me how he's been going around giving out gifts, and I was so happy that someone would do this in his free time.
Wow. I mean,
Adorable.
really some inspiring stories of hope there. It's so nice to see people giving back, again, under awful circumstances. But panel, I mean, now's the time to
Two things, two thoughts, actually too little
give back.
too late because of all the negatives we've been dealing with. However, on the other hand, that being said, you know, I think it's so important to actually, for us to actually be able to kind of commit these random acts of kindness in the world.
But all year
Every
long,
day.
and not in the wake of a
Every day.
disaster,
Yes.
you know?
Well, I mean, on the topic of interfaith, you know, sort of holidays, I think that, you know, I've heard a lot of people say, just be kind, be generous. You know, to me, that's the best present that you can give anyone, regardless of your faith. And if you want to wish them a Merry Christmas as opposed to a Happy Holidays, and if you want to say Happy Hanukkah or Happy Kwanzaa, it's okay. I mean, you know, regardless, this is just a season, I think, where people are generally a little bit more respectful of each other. They try to, you know, sort of reach out spiritually a little bit in whatever faith that they may be, and, you know, just sort of a time to come together and be a little bit reflective.
I always do wonder, though, what do you say to the little kids? You know, they all watch or are exposed to Santa Claus and the holiday movies. If you're not, if you don't celebrate Christmas, if you celebrate Kwanzaa or Hanukkah, the like, what do you tell your kids about Santa Claus and who that is and why there's a movie about Santa Claus and not the person in your religion or figure?
I got a case study on this one, actually, Buddhist. My kids are raised Buddhist,
Okay.
but in a home where we had a Christmas tree and a menorah in the home, and I think we have to be respectful of everyone's holidays and try to find the common meaning in each of them, as you were just saying, and really find that kindness and generosity and humanism in all of them, and really stress that. But really, as a template for the rest of the year and for the rest of our lives, not to really try to limit that, but broaden it.
Sure. I mean, you know, most people who celebrate Kwanzaa celebrate their religious holidays in conjunction with Kwanzaa, so it's a little bit different from some of the other holidays. And I agree with Francesca and WJ here. Yes, there's got to be a sense and a spirit. But just to speak to the package a little bit, I think it's great for that Santa Claus to come and bring toys, but I hope that that's not going to be a substitute for our sustained investment in rebuilding those communities.
Yeah.
I mean, charity is great.
Anecdotal
Yeah, that's all,
kindness.
Exactly. That's
Well,
all well
justice,
and good,
not
but-
charity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Trying to, I mean, and I think that, and that, you know, brings up a bigger debate within, you know, our world's religions in terms of justice. justice and really
And
sort
tolerance.
of and tolerance. And I think that
Yes.
if we can use this as a time, I went to a Jewish woman's house for Thanksgiving because I didn't go home to my Catholic family's
Mazel tov.
house in Boston. And you know, Thanksgiving is obviously not a religious holiday, but it was great just to sort of understand more about her and her traditions and her faith in general, and to share that kind of an experience. So I think that if we can broaden our tolerance and our experience with other religions, we're all in a better world.
Barry, final thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really the essence, the crossroads that all the religions and just secular humanism in its best form is whatever you love for yourself, to love that for everybody else, you know? And I think if everybody just followed that one, without all the other, just concentrate
Right.
on that,
Yeah.
we'd be a lot
Goodness
better
is
off.
goodness
you know?
is goodness. And
Goodness is
on that
goodness,
note,
yeah.
this has been goodness. Greatness, some might say. We're out of time, you guys. But
Happy holidays.
Happy
Happy
holidays.
holidays.
Happy all of the holidays. I want to thank my amazing panel, as always, for their fresh outlooks. James, WJ, Francesca, and our special guest, Barry. Remember, if you have a fresh outlook, we want to hear about it. Let us know on our Facebook page. You can follow us on Twitter. That's @ABrewTV. I'm TWB in the Twitterverse, @TW Brill. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time right here on Fresh Outlook. Have a great weekend, everybody.